Now let us move to another topic, GST registration. Under the GST taxation system, all the businesses will be unified under the one tax, GST. This leads to unified tax registration of all the businesses. It also helps to eliminate the old taxation structure in which the separate registration was given based on the nature of the business. If your business is registered under the GST law, the Government of India acknowledges your business as a supplier of goods and services. Only the businesses which are registered as a regular dealer are allowed to claim input tax credit. Now let us know the GSTIN structure. The business registered under GST will get a unique 15-digit PAN-based registration number called the GST Identification Number, GSTIN. Here it is essential to understand the structure of the GSTIN number. GSTIN starts with the state code followed by your PAN number and the entity code. Then the 14th digit by default is alphabet Z followed by the checksum digit at the end. To get the GST state code list of India, you can log in to the website www.gst/gst/state-code-list/ Now that you have understood the GSTIN structure, let us learn about the regular dealer registration threshold limit. If a business is crossing the defined annual aggregate turnover threshold, then you are liable to register under GST. The aggregate turnover includes the value of all taxable, exempt and export supplies made across India by a business with the same PAN. Here is something for you to note. It is not mandatory to register for those businesses whose aggregate turnover is less than the defined annual turnover. However, the government allows them to register under GST as voluntary registration. It is optional. Let us see the existing annual aggregate turnover threshold limits for the sale of goods and services beyond which a business becomes liable to register under GST. The aggregate turnover till 31st March 2019 for the special category states such as Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura and Uttarakhand are liable to register under GST if the aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 10 lakhs. For the rest of India, if it exceeds rupees 20 lakhs, then they will be liable to register under GST. The government has extended the threshold limits for the GST registration for GST regular dealers from 1st April 2019 based on the aggregate turnover of the businesses. As per the new annual aggregate turnover threshold, limits for the sale of goods have increased from 1st April 2019. The special category states such as Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura and Uttarakhand. If the aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 20 lakhs, then they will be liable to register under GST. For the rest of India, if it exceeds up to rupees 40 lakhs, they will also be liable to register under GST. For the service providers, in the case of India, the annual aggregate threshold limits would continue to be rupees 20 lakhs. In the case of special category states, it would be rupees 10 lakhs effective from 1st April 2019. The government has provided options to the states to opt for the new threshold limits or continue with the earlier threshold limits. Let us understand the detailed explanation provided in the table for the states that have opted for the new threshold limits and those that have not. In the rest of India, the states such as Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Delhi, Bihar, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Haryana, Goa, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal are opted for the new threshold limits if its aggregate turnover exceeds rupees 40 lakhs. Kerala and Telangana state have chosen the earlier threshold limit of aggregate turnover exceeding rupees 20 lakhs. Few special category states also opted for the new threshold limits of aggregate turnover exceeding rupees 20 lakhs. These include Puducherry, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, Manipur, Sikkim, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Now I hope you are well versed with the concept of regular dealer registration threshold limit. Let us understand more about composition dealer registration threshold limit. For all small taxpayers, the composition scheme under GST is a straightforward and easy mechanism. Based on the turnover, the taxpayers have less tedious and GST formalities. They need to pay GST at a lower or fixed composition tax rate. So, now the GST Council has decided to increase the annual turnover threshold for the composition scheme to rupees 1.5 crore, which was effective from 1st April 2019. Here, the special category states will need to decide about the composition limits in their respective states. The limit for the northeastern states and Uttarakhand is not changed and it remains rupees 75 lakhs, and for the rest of India it is rupees 1.5 crore. From 1st April 2019, the taxpayer registered under the scheme must pay the tax quarterly and file the returns annually. Suppose any business turnover crosses the mentioned threshold limit, in that case, the person becomes ineligible for the composition scheme and the person has to get registered under the regular scheme of GST.